Hi YouTube. It's cold in New York City right now. And I have a confession to make, and I've actually stayed at my mom's house. I was forced out of the van and was forced to stay at my mom's house for about a week now due to the climate. I don't know if you could see, but there's giant just steam clouds coming out of my mouth as I speak. Cuz it's right now it's about 20 degrees. This morning it was like 13. Overnight it was like 9. So it's like extremely cold, and I have not done enough, working here obviously to retain the heat. So I was forced to, I slept for a few nights in this temperature, and I slept in a, fully dressed obviously with with thermal underwear, thermal shirt, followed by like some sweatpants, some hoodie with the hood on, with a beanie, with a jacket, with gloves, wool socks, sleeping bag, and a blanket. And I was still very uncomfortable. I mean, not very uncomfortable. I'm sure it could be worse, but I definitely woke up like a bunch of times throughout the night just to acknowledge how cold I was. I would just be like, "Holy shit, it's fucking freezing," and just force myself back to sleep because I don't have a leisurely life really. I have to get up. This is not camping for me. I have to get up at 6 in the morning most days of the week and go hang out with my kids and cook breakfast and stuff. And then I hang out with them for about 3 to 4 hours, and then I have to go run my business. So, and if I screw up in my business, I could potentially make a mistake. If I mess something up, like it could cost me thousands of dollars, which I don't have. So, there's a lot of responsibility on my shoulders. So I have to have at least like adequate rest. Like I need at least 6 hours, 6 to 8, I would say, of somewhat comfortable rest. And I just can't get that right now when it's like 9 degrees here. It's as cold in here as it is outside. So look at this. My water is frozen. My bottle of water from the previous video is now frozen. So is everything in here that you know like my water tank in my toilet is frozen. I had a bag of tangerines in here before, and they froze. They're like rocks, and that's cool. But the point is, I haven't really had the chance to properly insulate this to make it retain heat better. So I have a question for you, season one van dwellers out there, which is this. Well, it's a two-part question. Well, part one is this: how cold of a temperature have you lived in a van in successfully? Like you know, uh, is there such a thing as too cold to be able to do this? Because this is very disappointing for me. Like I'm kind of committed to this lifestyle, and not kind of, I'm committed to this lifestyle. I'm really psyched to do it, but it's like I just some basic comfort need to be met, such as like I can't like wake up with my nose frozen like it needs to be. So I need to be able to somehow retain heat in here, and I haven't been here in the summer yet, but that's probably going to be another obstacle that we're going to have to tackle with the heat, because we tend to have temperature extremes in New York City. It could be like 100 degrees in the summer with 100% humidity for a week straight, you know. Or it could be like this, like it could be in the teens or in the single digits for weeks and weeks. So, but I want to make this work. I really want to make this a full time situation. But so some of you people have been doing this for a while. Comment or write, whatever. Send me an email or something. Just let me know. Put up a video of like what is the coldest possible temperature that you've lived in a van. And part two of that question would be, what would you recommend? For kind of like low tech, quick fix. I don't know if that exists. Insulation to just make this van retain heat a little bit better without having to like rip out the walls and having to do everything from scratch, which I just don't have the time to do right now because like I said, I run a business and I have kids, and so I'm going to do that when the weather kind of lets up a little bit, and I kind of put a little bit of money aside. But right now, I just have to make this work, and I don't have, it's just a van. Like I looked in here, and basically there was a little bit of Reflectix that I guess they just put in there when they built the interior. But that's it. And other than that, and I have Reflectix in the windows that I put in, and I also sealed off. I sealed the. I don't know if you can see that, but I actually put some clear tape along the edges to seal off to hopefully seal up some of the cracks or some of the what's the word I'm looking for? I'm getting tongue tied again. The drafts in the windows. So I think that kind of worked, but it's still freaking freezing in here. So help me out, guys. Share some wisdom, experience. How to, what's the coldest that you can pull this off, this life, and how do you, I know Bob Wells, I think, or someone else said that you could hang like a blanket between the front area and the living area, which I think I'm gonna do. But all tips and suggestions are welcome. Anything you've done, I'm sure everybody's got their own little tricks and things that worked for them. So, and I'm totally open. I'll be grateful to hear from some of you guys out there. Cool. Thanks. Peace.